Hello, EvoPod listeners and viewers. Welcome back to another episode of EvoPod. And I'm your host, SK, and this is,
I'm your co-host Ruben.
and today we're going to talk about how to program your workout. Yeah, we all do program our workout in the sense of splits, how to manage our volume, how to increase our volume. So that's basically our programming. So,
Okay, when I first started, there was no programming. It was
yeah,
just
yeah,
splits. I was like,
splits. Yeah,
okay, let's just do this. Done.
I wouldn't. I
So there was
okay.
like no volume tracking and all that.
Even the split also, I would say it's a program. It's just that you are not really strict or really into about it. Program is basically giving yourself a routine so that you will be more accountable with, because split made us to
Yeah,
be accountable with, and then we'll do. So it's, if it's like you doing push pull
yeah,
legs, and then you will do push pull legs twice a week, so something like that. Even myself also, I don't like really write every single workout at my early stages of my lifting. I didn't do that. It's just that we were in this bro split kind of thing, like chest, tricep, bicep, back. It was quite famous, and it's
one
like,
muscle group per day.
yeah, one muscle group per day, two muscle group per day. That was like really, until till date to date, I would, yeah, if it's, are you comfortable with it? Yes, you can go ahead, but is it an optimal way of training? No, exactly. Minimum 2 to 3 times I
Yeah.
want to hit your muscle group, 2 to 3 times, so that's the best way to hit your muscle group. uh
And just because we say 2 to 3 times, don't do it right after the day right after the day you actually hit it, because that would cause a lot or too much more stress than necessary. You
yeah,
need recovery as well. So you
yeah,
need
you
to,
need,
when you're programming, it's not just about lifting, it's about recovery as well. You have to
yeah.
put that into play as well.
Why most people don't put recovery into accountable? Because they're watching people doing this, like you have to go all out, you have to go all out. No, you don't need, and you going to accumulate fatigue a lot in the long run. Let's say, if I'm saying, if you're a beginner, yes, you can go all out. Even with a very minimal amount of volume, you still make gains, if you're a beginner. As you advance, obviously you have to look, you have to find the sweet spot where you can recover good.
Yes.
Yeah, you can recover good, and also you can hit your intensity level week by week, or week by week. So that's how most of us are programming our workout, because that's important of programming, to know where you recover, and then to adjust the volume according to that. You
Yeah.
cannot, there are people like saying, no bro, others are doing until failure, but they are good. Well, you are not others.
Yes. And another thing, you don't have to be very extensive in
Yeah.
the beginning itself. It all depends on whether you want to be expensive or not. You don't,
Mm.
but the first week, the second week, even the first very year, you don't have to have like a very detailed, oh, this is my periodization for 1 whole year. This is my periodization for 5 whole years and all that crap. You don't need to do all that stuff.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
try to keep every week in track so that you have an idea of what you're doing and how you're progressing over the period of time, and stuff like this, being accountable to your programming, right? Knowing how to program and actually programming something will help you in the long run when you're actually looking to progress, so that you don't get confused with what you were doing last week, what you were doing last month, what you were doing yesterday.
I
Trust me.
I have came across some of the athletes, even like really elite athletes, like really good athletes competing in IFBB levels, and they
Mm,
say that no, you don't need to write down every single record, as long as you know
yeah.
what you did and everything. No, I wouldn't suggest that. If it comes to writing your program and then not writing your program, I will always go to the writing the program.
Yes.
I will always go to write the weight that you use, reps and sets that you use, and then you it is very easy for you to increase your volume on the next week than thinking about it. Okay, what did I use? What weight did I use? You can always stay within the medium. You can let yourself to be in that Mediterranean level. Like you are not progressing easily when you don't track. Like you can
Mm,
underestimate the amount of volume that you put under your muscle.
yes.
That
I mean,
always
when it
happen.
comes to programming, you don't actually have to. It's not the same with everyone how people actually program. There's always that certain method that you would actually write it down in. Like personally, I would for reps and sets, I would put 3 by 12 plus one if I'm going an extra rep, or if plus two if I'm going extra 2 reps, or in fact plus half if I'm going just a half rep just to push myself. The thing is, there is no fixed method of tracking. It's however you understand how you're actually going forth with it.
Yes.
You don't have to listen to another person. Of course, when you're beginning with it, you'll have to listen to another person and be like, okay, so this is how I track, and use that method, get used to it, and then you'll be like, oh, maybe if I do this, it'll be better for me to understand, because you know you.
Yeah.
So you will change that. You will change just that, or maybe improvise, and that's where it'll become your own method, and it'll be easier for you to actually adhere to it, understand it, and have it as a prolonged method of programming.
End of the day, it's like whatever it suits you, and then you can keep up with it in a long run. Because obviously, building muscle is like it's a forever thing. I would say it's like you challenging yourself, you keep yourself pushing yourself your limit to build the particular muscle. You don't go a specific stage where specific is like, okay, I'm going to train for 5 years, and then after that I'm not going to train, and then I will look the same. There's no such thing as that, because your obviously your body will adapt towards with the no volume or no resistance. You don't give the muscle enough volume to keep your body to keep the muscle, you won't be looking the same. So if you
I would even accept the 5 years and then no training, lah, bro. But some people will come with that. If I train for 4 or 5 months and then I look good ready, after that I can stop training, right?
ah
Right.
yeah,
Sure.
sure. That we all wish body can that simple, but it's not. We unfortunately we are not robots. The body only keeps what we need in a better way.
I wish I was Captain America with the super soldier serum, so that I don't
Yeah.
have to do extreme workouts and all that stuff. I just give minimal impulse and what, intensity, and what I'll be having high freaking metabolism. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? I don't need anything else really.
Obviously, unfortunately, we never came across any kind of serum yet. The Captain
Yeah,
America
I know, right?
serum, no one haven't invent yet. I hope someone will do that near future
Yes,
with the
true,
least,
right?
with a very least amount of side effects.
Less risk, yes.
Yeah, like exactly. Some unless you kind in some kind of magic serum, then you don't need to worry about programming yourself into a sustainable routine. Because we have to look into the main reason why I would uh, stress people to do program is for the recovery, because we want the quality work in each session. It's not about how many times you're working out in a week. It's about the quality. If I'm going to work
Yeah.
out 4 days in a week, upper lower, and if I focus my 110% in each session, I'm going to get a really jacked in a longer in a period of time. Like literally, I will be better than a person who put half as effort in each session, even though he works out 6 weeks per week, 6 days per week, without prioritizing his recovery and nutrition. If you nail your recovery, your intensity, and your nutrition exactly, There's no need for you to be afraid of how many days you're working out in a week.
Bro, some people, right, they say, okay, I work out 3 days a week. Enough. I mean, it's enough, right? At
It's
least three
more.
times a week.
It's
Like,
more than
yeah,
enough.
it's enough. It's enough.
Yeah.
And then they'll come and tell me, so if I work out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, okay, right, bro? Like, okay, calm down. Calm down. You can do that, but I don't advise that. You
Yeah.
should try maybe having 1 day in between of each exercise session, so that you have a bit more recovery,
Yeah.
so that you can actually push harder, or at least as hard as you did before, on the second day and the third day, because
Because
you don't want to go all out on 3 days and then four
yeah,
days just slack that bro.
because our priority is the recovery. You want to work out on Monday, you want to be able to put the level of intensity on the next day also. Like if you train on Monday and then you're going to train on Wednesday, the Tuesday is your rest day. It allows you to recover in a really good manner, and then on the Wednesday you can push on the session like really good, and then rest again, and then Friday a really good session. Wow, more than enough. Because most of the
Yes.
people who don't see the progress in the long run is because of the intensity that they couldn't keep up in the long run.
Mm.
They work
And
out
another
six.
thing
Yeah.
another thing is, even if you're working out like say 5 days a week or 6 days a week, right, try to maintain the time of workout. Because why I'm saying this, yeah, it may seem like a trivial issue because you have your workout splits and all that stuff, but if you look at it, if you actually write it down and look at it, right, you want to give, it's advised to have at least 24 hours of rest
Yeah.
before you even work out. Even if it's another muscle group, you
Mm.
want at least 24 hours of rest.
Hours. That's true.
So if you work out at 6 a.m. on Monday, you probably want to work out 6 a.m. on Tuesday as well, or maybe
Mm.
even later. But of course, if you work out later on Tuesday, you will have to work out later on Wednesday.
Mm.
So the thing is, if you maintain a certain workout time, at least like up and down 1 hour, half an hour is fine, lah. But try to maintain that so that you have that 24 hours of rest. You may need more, you may need less. That is every individual for himself, but try to maintain that time. You don't
If
want to actually have like lesser rest than necessary.
true, true. Really agree with that, Ruben. Like really, like you said, the 20 hours window time to allow yourself to be maximize your energy in that particular workout is like really works, because most of the time you don't work out at 6 p.m. and then at the next morning you work out again, and then
Yeah.
try not to do that, because it's going to give you not proper recovery, and also you're going to accumulate fatigue throughout the day, and you're going to find it very hard to do other things also, your daily
Yes.
routine. So recovery has to do with this one also, because you don't recover good. Even like you realize, unless you are an athlete, you don't need to worry about you if you're getting paid just to train yourself. I'm saying about training yourself, not training others also, just to train.
Yeah.
If you're getting paid just to train yourself, you are training yourself, you're eating food, you're sleeping, you don't have any other work, you're just sleeping, shouldn't be a problem. You can accumulate as much as fatigue you want. If you can keep up with the long run, yes, go ahead, bro. It's all up to you. You're getting paid like that, no problem. Please go ahead. But if you're working 9 to 5 job, and then you want to look after your fitness goal and also your work lifestyle, and then your family is here, and then you go need to do that, you need to do house chores some more. So all these things are matters in a big picture. So you have to prioritize this recovery thing by programming yourself into a good programming. I wouldn't really suggest people to hit every day workout. Like now, last time I used to work out like 6 to 7 days per week, or like starting of my
Hmm.
workout. Like I won't get
Yeah.
rest. Like every single day I'll be at the gym and working out and working at my ass off. And then slowly I worked out to 6 days per week split.
Hmm.
I take 1 day rest. And then now I'm at like 5 day per week workout, like push pull legs and then upper lower.
Uh,
So this 5 days is like really good for me. Like I get really, even though I'm just staying at home, even though I don't train people, I still accumulate fatigue in the workout. So I try to minimize the sessions that I do. Maybe it's a stress, I'm not sure why, but now I'm getting upper lower, and then Wednesday I'll take rest, push pull legs, and then Sunday I'll take rest. It's like a perfect cycle for me to push myself in another session. So that's how I program. Even the workout also, like I don't get really, I'm not a big believer of you have to do is compound a lift for you to grow muscle. Like you don't need a big lifts. Yes, obviously it has its own benefit. I'm not against it.
Big
Or
lifts are fun.
yeah, obviously it is fun. I'm not saying anything about it. If you say that
Yeah.
you're going to, if you have a splits like you working on your legs twice per week, and then you say you want to squat twice per week, and I wouldn't suggest that.
Yeah, that's too much.
That's too much already. Like if you one of the session you want to put your squat in, then okay. Both session you want to squat. If you can squat, okay, let me tell you something. Another thing, if you can squat in both session, that means you are not pushing yourself hard enough.
Or if you want to squat in 2 sessions,
No,
maybe
like
one day you go towards a heavy lifting, one day you go towards high rep lifting. Maybe if you want
yeah,
to do that, but I wouldn't say uh okay.
because if you can push yourself into that kind of volume and intensity consistently, I don't think so. I will never see people to push themselves to squat in both days and then not accumulating the fatigue in the long run. If you're going to, I've seen you squat, you have seen my squat. I only can squat once a week. I
Yes.
admit, yeah, I admit that I won't go
Same.
more than once. That's enough for me. Like one day squat, another day I do another thing. Even I don't put squat and lunges on the same day sometimes. Sometimes only I'll do lunges and squat on the same day.
I do squats and lunges on the same day because I'm trying to focus, like, because I do 6 days a week. I'm
Mm,
hitting each muscle twice a week. And so my first leg day will be more quad focused. So out of the 4 exercises that I do 3 exercises for quads, and I do one exercise to actually just lightly hit the hamstring. And then on the second day, it's more hamstring focused. So I hit 3 exercises for hamstrings and one exercise to lightly hit the quads, so that, of course, I don't fall back on either one.
yeah,
It's not the best maybe for you, but for me it works. It
yeah, it
actually
works.
it works.
Sorry, anything,
Plus, I have
anything
good
that,
genetics for legs, lah.
anything as long as you can keep up with in a long run. That's what
Yeah.
I have very bad genetics in hamstring. My hamstring is very hard to grow. So what I do is this is what I do. I do two if I always start with hamstring. So
Mhm.
since now I have like 2 days of legs workout. So what I do is one day will be my quad focus and then another day will be my hamstring focus. So if I'm choosing like a four workout for the leg, so the first day will be two will be my quads and then one will be my hamstring, and then example another will be my calf. So the second day hamstring will be two, quads will be one, and then a calf will be one. So you see how I manipulate so that I get the maximum out of it.
Another question, bro, I have for you. In When you're programming your exercises for your
Hmm.
workout sessions, right? How do you place your workouts? Like, what I mean by that is, like, say if you're doing chest
Hmm.
and sorry, upper lah, you will have chest and back on
Hmm.
that same day.
Hmm.
So do you do your chest first or do you do your back first?
Okay,
And
good
why?
question.
Because
Okay,
for me, I prefer doing back first, because if I do chest first, when I'm doing pull-ups, I
okay.
tend to feel a lot more chest and not enough back.
I can understand that because sometimes we tend to choose a one workout from another side because we want to focus on that particular muscle group more
Mhm.
than
Mhm.
another one. So we want it
Yeah,
to get more stimulus there.
yeah.
let's say I'm doing upper 2 days per week, and then both I'm hitting back and chest, back and chest. So what I will do is, first day I will start with chest, but the second day might I start with back
Mm.
to balance things out. That's how I do. And this is not the first time doing it. This I'm doing since my early stages of my training, because it's something that consciously I'm doing that. Like,
Because you
because
do get fatigued after each exercise. Even
yes,
you may not feel it, but you
you
will
do,
get
but
fatigued.
yeah.
And the worst part is when clients say that they don't have bottled water with them.
Oh, that's very
Because
bad.
they'll ask, bro, is it okay if I drink water? I'm like, what? You should drink water.
Water. And then yeah, it's the same thing that happened. Like, this happens a lot of time, because there is a misconception even also. You cannot drink water during workout. Then what are you going to do? Die of hydration? Die of dehydration?
Yeah, that's right. That's
You have to drink
so.
water. You sweat. You
I mean, you don't
literally
have to
sweat.
time it where you don't
Yeah.
have to time like okay. Before workout, I'm going to drink one bottle of water, and then after workout, after that 1 hour or 1.5 hours of working out, bloody 1.5 hours of dehydrating yourself, you're
And then you
drinking
drink
water.
the. You have to drink
If you're
water.
alive, you drink water.
Yeah. You know, throughout the session, I drink like 2 to 3 liters of water sometimes. Like,
Exactly. My
this.
bloody bottle,
Yeah,
this
same.
bottle
This
finishes in one session.
this 3 liter of water, right? This will finish in one session of workout. 3 liters of water.
Exactly.
If you're going to tell me that I cannot drink water during my workout, I will say go to hell. Please go to hell. I might die during my workout. I literally will die during my workout. So drink more water, okay?
But
Don't stop drinking water. Drink whenever you feel thirsty. You don't have to drink it because you have to drink it. Drink it before you
yeah,
feel thirsty. Yeah, coming
because
back
you're going
to,
to be sweating a lot.
yeah,
So
yeah, true.
yes, drink water.
Yeah, coming back to the topic, we were talking. Yeah, I would
Strength.
hit. Yeah, I would hit either one throughout the week. Sometimes, if 2 times I'm working out, and then I'll hit chest first, and then the second day I will hit back first. And
Mm.
also choosing the exercise selection also is one of the big factor. I'm a big believer of exercise selection also. If you want to select a workout, it must have more stimulus than more fatigue. That's how people think that more fatigue is good. To be exactly, no, more fatigue is not good or bad, I would suggest, but it's not an indicator that you are growing muscle in an optimal situation. Like, if I have I can recruit all of my chest muscle with chest fly, for example, cable. if if you ask me, if you compare ask me to compare with a bench press and then chest fly, and then I would suggest I would go for chest fly, because it's a single joint movement, and also it allows me to recruit most of my muscle to push the load
To push.
compared to bench press. But I wouldn't say that it is a workout that are much more greater than bench press, because bench press has its own benefit. It allows you to push yourself, because it's a big compound movement. Your overall upper body strength is increasing by doing bench press. So you have to put yourself in a position where you must have a bench press, a compound movement. At the same time, also you have to have this isolation workout.
Mhm.
Let's say my okay, my Saturday, today is Saturday. So today is Saturday. In gym, most of the time I would do my squat on the last day of my leg day. The first day of the leg day I won't do squat. The last day I do squat, because I have Saturday is my squat day, and then the next day, Sunday, is my rest day. So Monday I can really have a really good recovery, so that I can continue.
Mhm.
So the compound movement most of the time will be my before rest day. I'll do the compound movement.
Okay, yeah.
So that's how I plan my workout, so that I want to maximize my workout session. my intensity at the same time. I want to maximize recovery also, so that I recover and then I can push myself back again and then recover, push myself back again.
Mhm.
And if you look at my program, most of it will be 50-50. 50% will be compound and 50% will be my isolation.
Mm. For me, right now, I do I do one compound. I mean, every workout session
Yeah.
for that muscle group, I do one
Mm.
compound and 2 to 3 isolation exercises.
And also I
For me,
realized that,
that is effective, lah. For me, that
yeah,
is effective.
and I realized that some of my muscle can carry with more than compound, more a lot of compound movement. Like my back,
Mhm.
there's no problem for me to. My back don't get that much of carries that much of fatigue from the compound movement.
Yeah.
In my chest, yeah, it does. My leg, yes, it does.
For me, actually, I carry more fatigue in my back than my chest, and more fatigue on my hamstring than my quads.
Uh,
My quads actually recover quite fast.
my quads don't recover fast. But my hamstring recover fast.
Hmm.
My quads is quite slow. So that's why there's a difference in fatigue. You see, the level of a different, the degree of difference in this fatigue, even the fatigue itself is different for each person to person.
Yeah.
Both of us training mostly every day and then hitting the nutrition for protein and everything, recovery is good, but still we have the difference in this fatigue level. Even the volume and intensity for each muscle group is totally different. If let's say my weekly volume for my quads is 15 set, my bicep is not 15 set. My bicep can go up to 20 set, maybe, because it's not reaching the maximum. I'm just saying. I'm just
Potential
saying.
lah.
So
Yeah.
the the
Potential.
maximum. Each muscle group have a different level of the intensity that you have to put so that you reach the specific close to failure
Mm.
intensity. See,
Mm.
everything is different. Muscle groups are different, so you have to find your own level of degree of intensity, the recovery, and then you have to program according to that.
Yep.
And
Yep.
and obviously it going to take some time. Not going. You have to trial and error, see trial and error, try and again and try and again. So this will allows you to find that the balance for yourself to be consistent in the long run.
And it takes a long time to actually learn yourself.
Yeah.
Trust me,
Mm.
every day you are still learning yourself, no matter
Mm.
how much you take to learn yourself. Years after years, even those on the Olympia stage, they're probably still learning about themselves
True.
even now. You can't be, oh, I'm all knowing of my body. That's ridiculous,
That's
honestly.
ridiculous
If you're
because of
saying that, then you still have a whole lot of way to learn.
true. And some people they think that they should stop learning if they achieve the particular goal. If you want to reach greater heights, you cannot be stop learning stuff. You have to always read, listen to podcasts, read blogs, do everything, and you have to put under yourself also. You have to put under practice. If you're not putting under practice, whatever you're reading or whatever you're listening to, it's not going to make a sense for you.
Yeah, you won't know what actually affects you positively and what affects you negatively. You'll
True,
have to learn that.
true.
Some just like diet. Some people like pancakes. Some people don't like pancakes.
Yeah,
Some people like yogurt. Some people don't
you
like
don't like
yogurt.
yogurt.
You'll have to figure out what is.
There are people don't like pancakes.
Yeah, sadly unbelievable, but sadly. Yeah.
So programming is important, very important. You have to find yourself. If you go choose your split, I would suggest go in this order. Choose your workout split, and then choose workouts that you're going to do. Test it out. See which one gives you least fatigue, more stimulus. Prioritize the workout that give you less fatigue and give more stimulus, and then try again and then change again. If you want to try new workouts,
and just sprinkle some workouts that you actually find fun,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that
true, true.
you
You
want to
like doing it.
continuously do it.
Yeah, you like
Because
doing it.
if you don't, you're not going to continue. Even if it's effective for you, you're not going to continue doing it because you just don't feel the necessity or the motivation to do it.
You
The
know what
motivation,
workout I do enjoy. The one give me
yeah.
more pump. The best pump. Yeah,
Yes.
that's kind of workout that until now I won't stop doing cable chest fly.
Until now, I cannot stop doing lunges,
Because
lunges and squats.
yeah, because that gives me like really good pump, feels good. So that gives me happiness for me to do my workout. So sometimes, yeah, you might have your own thing for you to do. Like you like the specific movements or it feels good whenever you do. Yeah, go ahead, pick some workout. Just like Ruben said, test out new workouts. Yes, test out new workouts. How it gives you the stimulus. I would suggest do the early of your any kind of workout, because if you do an end of workout, the new workout that you're going to do, you wouldn't know how it feels, because you're already accumulate all the fatigue in your muscle, and then you're going to do a new movement. Obviously it's going to give you feel that yeah, it feels good because you already feel fatigue the particular muscle. So that's not going to make a difference. Try to do it early of your session, try the new thing, and then you will know.
And another thing, if you're trying a new exercise, please do it because you want to do it and not because
Some
there's
influencer did.
this crappy reason of muscle confusion and all that crap. There is no
Yeah,
such thing as muscle confusion. Please. Oh my god.
do you want to shock your muscle, or this kind of words,
Huh?
I tell you, do you want to shock your muscle, do this workout.
Oh my god. I still hear this, I still hear this.
Yeah, yeah, we all
If
there are
I do this for 1 month, will I have to change my workouts after that? Because I've read of something called muscle confusion.
you should.
Do I need to keep confusing my muscle? Yeah, I am confused right now listening to your stupid shit.
So don't no need to do that. Just be consistent with your programming. We can go deep under programming. I don't talk in here because it's like a very basic kind of thing. So maybe in other episode we will talk about periodization, volume, intensity. So that kind of
Yeah,
all this MRV, MIV, all this shit. I'll talk there, and so you guys can.
there's
So
a
yeah,
lot to it, but yeah.
yeah. So yeah, thanks for listening for this episode. I hope see you guys on our next episode also. Signing off, SK.
And Ruben, thank you.
Thank you guys.
Level.